Dean Packard, how are you today?
Mr. Starcheski, excuse me, Principal Starcheski, great to see you. Hey, you know what? I was thinking of you this morning because I like nothing more than catching up with my cohort, my friend, to find out what's going on. It has been a crazy week for us, and we are really starting to ramp up looking at what's coming ahead.
It has been, everything from the reopening presentation meeting last night from Superintendent LaMarche and district office staff to preparations for tonight's school committee meeting, and top it off, the plans that we've been making. But the most important work that we're undertaking is the hiring process right now at finding some real key contributors to our school communities.
Well, we're not alone. I'm sure multiple principals across the country are doing the same thing here in the last minute, trying to finalize and fill positions. And, I always thought to myself that it's one of the greatest roles we have as educational leaders, bringing in the highest quality people to work in our buildings and to work with our kids. And I really get excited about that because I think that is just the pinnacle of what leadership is all about.
You're absolutely right. The idea of bringing in the right person for the job is absolutely key. We can find folks who are good with technical skills. They know how to dot their I's and cross their T's. It's helpful if they have those. But if they can have the mindset of relationship as primary and continual betterment and improvement, we're going to win. And that's what I'm looking for in these candidates as we start entering into this real late phase in the hiring process for a couple of these key positions.
Without a doubt. And I'll tell you what, it's just, we can piggyback on the staff that we had in last Sunday night talking about innovation and taking risks in the classroom. Those are the type of people that move mountains. They are not afraid to take those risks. They are not afraid to really look to what is engaging for kids and what solid learning looks like. And to me, again, that is very exciting from the chair that I sit in. I hate to say I sit in the chair because that's not the case. We're up and walking around and part of the overall learning process. But at the end of the day, those type of people make or break administrators. There's no doubt. They make or break educational buildings, the whole thing, the journey.
You're absolutely right. Again, as we talk about bringing our kids into an environment that embraces innovation and routine, but also encourages students to be themselves and find success in what they're passionate about. That's a really special experience because school is important with, the reading, writing, and arithmetic. Don't get me wrong. We're educational leaders. That's what it's about. But it's about developing an entire person and an entire mindset to allow them to be successful. And as we start to move through this week, we're approaching Sunday night for podcast number 6.
What is that going to be? And you know what? I loved the concept of idea that we have about digging into social, emotional well-being of our students. And I know you, Chris, you've gone out and you've put together a cast that is going to be nothing less than spectacular when it comes to breaking down the mindset of a middle-level learner.
Well, you know what? When we talk about social emotional learning, we talk about connectedness and we talk about awareness of experience and the idea that everybody's identity comes with them through the front door. And identity is special because it's so unique. So talking about social emotional learning is all about knowing individuals at their level and finding ways to enter into their world to help them become stronger, help them become better, and help them feel supported and cared for. And that's what SEL is about.
Yeah, Chris, and I can't think, the more I reflect back on this, and I'm thinking about these kids who have been away from the school element, that brick and mortar setting for a long time, that in itself is something that we've got to patch together. And we got to make sure as our kids either come back in a hybrid or even if we're doing remote, that we do such a better job of really making them feel good about who they are and where they are right now. Because you and I both know, we've been in this business a long time. Good learning doesn't take place until kids feel comfortable, and kids are ready to learn at that point.
Absolutely true. We're talking about bringing in some guests on Sunday night. We're not going to share who they are just yet, but they're key players in our school and in our district. And they're going to be able to provide some real strong insight to educators about what that social emotional learning connection could look like, but also some key foundations about what SEL really is. And you can read books about it and you can go to professional chats about it and try and figure out what your takeaways will be. But we're hopeful that on Sunday night, we'll be able to give some key ideas that teachers and staff will be able to run with and what students can expect.
Yeah, Chris, you're absolutely right. When you talk about the individual teacher grabbing the SEL mindset and that connectedness and adding it into their curriculum, now there's that dance. That's when it becomes special. That's when you get that whole child and the understanding, and that's when things really take off. So I'll bet if I was a betting man, we're probably going to have some sort of licensed social worker, school psychologist, adjustment counselor kind of people coming in. Don't give it away, but I have a feeling that that's what you have in mind.
I think you're pretty much on point there, Mr. Packard. You got it nailed. Hey, we're coming up on the end of our day right now in the office. We got a bunch more to get ready for before school committee tonight. It's going to be an exciting one, that's for sure. And
you just say the end of our day. I have 2 more interviews to do when I get home today. So if you are a principal and you're watching out there, your day does not end at 2:30, 3 o'clock, or whatever the time it is at this point in time. It continues on. It's 24/7, 7 days a week. However, this is the path we've chosen. So, but you're right, though. We do get a lot going on tonight, and we just wanted to make sure we had an opportunity to give you a little snippet about what's coming up Sunday night.
Sunday night, 8 p.m., podcast number 6, Unlock the Middle. We're here to help you understand all that there is to the special world of middle-level education. Be well, everybody.
Couldn't have said it any better. Take care.